grow in the fixed environment. Variable, I know most of you, as you look at the variable graph on there, very first thing that comes to your mind is what? Stocks. Yeah? Stocks grow in a variable environment. First of all, variable means what? It means ever-changing. It's what? It's unstable. So you make money, lose money, make money, lose money. Your what? Stocks grow in such an environment, your 401k, yeah? Your IRAs, your cryptocurrencies. Yeah, you wake up this morning, you are earning great interest. Yeah? 2 hours later, you've lost what you earned. Yeah, and then there is a third way that money grows. It's known as indexed growth. Indexed growth. 95% of people in this country have no clue about how to index your money. This is a strategy of money where your money grows without losses. Yeah? Your money grows without a loss. Why don't you lose money when you have your money in an index account? Well, the index account has what is known as a minimum guarantee. The minimum guarantee is the minimum that your account will earn. Minimum that your account will earn. So the one guarantee you have with this index account is that when the stock market goes in the negatives, you are guaranteed that you will not lose any money. Yes, accounts do exist that grow in an indexed environment. Most of us, all we know of is what? Is fixed and variable. That's why financial education is important in our communities. Today, dear friends, if you're joining us here, you're a guest, you're going to hear a lot of things talked of, but just make sure, if you forget everything you see today, just remember that we talked about this one account known as an index account. Now, it's also important, understand the rule of 72. We're growing our money, we're keeping our money in accounts, and yet we have no clue. We have no clue about the rule of 72. The rule of 72 is simply a rule that determines how often your money doubles. Yeah, the rule of 72 says, in order for you to find out approximately how often your money will double, take 72 and then divide it by whatever interest the account is earning you. So if you've got money in an account growing at 1%, your money doubles every 72 years. Yeah, every 72 years. If you've got money in an account growing at 4%, your money grows or doubles every 18 years. Much better than 72, right? Yeah. If you've got money in an account growing at 6%, it doubles every 12 years. 72 divided by what? 72, divided by 6 is 12. And if you have got money in an account growing at 12%, your money doubles approximately every 6 years. Understand this concept. Why? Most of us, we are putting money in accounts that are barely earning 1% interest. How long is your money going to double for you? When you are putting money in an account that's growing at 0.01%. Yeah? So let's look at this. A few concepts I'll touch on here real quick. Understand simple and compound interest. Simple and compound interest. When Oga Einstein was asked what the most powerful force is in the universe, he did not say nuclear power, no. Yeah, he didn't say gravity, no. He didn't say love, no. What did he say? He said compound interest. He said compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He says if you understand it, you earn it. If you don't, you pay it. A lot of us, our community, we are paying so much in compound interest even without knowing it. Just from a show of hands, how many of us have mortgages here? Congratulations, you're paying compound interest. Yeah? And how many of us have credit cards? Congratulations. Yeah? How many of us have student loans? Yeah. Congratulations. Guess what? All of these accounts, grow through what? They grow through compound interest. You are paying compound interest, even without knowing it. Now, what's the difference between simple and compound interest? Let's take a quick look at this here. Got a graph right on here. All right. So the simple interest, we're going to look at the two rows to our right. The simple interest at 10% and the compound interest at 10%. Suppose you've got 100,000 in one account growing through what? Simple interest at 10%, and you've got 100,000 in another account growing or earning you compound interest. Just a quick comparison. In the very first few years here, all right, there we go. This is what I'm looking at here. In the very first few years, there's no difference between the simple and the compound interest, right? I'm on the far right there, yeah? No difference whatsoever. Yeah, but as time goes, you notice that the account growing through compound interest seems to have more. Yeah, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at here. The two, there we go, thank you. So the account growing through compound interest seems to have more. What's going on? Why do you have less in the account growing through simple interest? It's important. Understand simple and compound interest. With simple interest, every year, remember the two accounts, you've got 100,000 in each one of them, each growing or earning you 10% interest every year. Yeah? With simple interest, you are earning 10% interest only on your principal. You're only earning interest on your principal or your original amount, which is the 100,000. That's why after about what? After about 10 years, you've got, what is that? Is that 200,000 in there? Why? Because you're only earning interest only on what? On your principal. Every year you are earning 10% on the 100,000. It's important to understand that. Yeah? With compound interest, on the other hand, compound interest, you're not just earning interest on your principal, no. But you're also earning interest on whatever your principal, on whatever interest your principal earned. So in other words, everything in your account is earning money for you. For example, year 10, you've got 259,000 in the account growing through compound interest. Yeah? You're going to earn what? 10%, you'll earn 10% of everything in your account. Understand compound interest and how you can earn it. Now, if we could be honest, we could keep it real. Most of us, we said we're keeping our money in accounts that grow through what? Through simple interest. Our checking and savings accounts are barely earning, 0.1% interest. Yeah? Put 100,000 in an account that's growing at 0.1% like most of our community does. 40 years later, look at how much you have, 104,000. Whereas you'd have had what? 4.5 million in the account growing through compound interest. Understand compound interest. Grow your money through compound interest. Yeah? A lot of us are planning for the future. We are planning for all these great things. And yet where we are keeping our money is hardly growing. It's hardly growing for us. Financial education, dear friends, is very important. Yeah? It's very, very important. Let's talk about another concept here. Probate. There's something known as what? Probate court. Yeah? Probate court. Everybody should understand probate court. What account do you have and what account are you putting your money in right now? Do you know that depending on where you are putting your money, that money may not be yours? It may not be yours. There is something known as probate court. Probate court, in fact, is the #1 cause of misery. It's the #1 cause of financial misery in this country. Probate court is the main reason why we have so many GoFundMes. When I first moved here from Zambia, I was shocked when I found out about GoFundMe. I was like, wow, you mean America, you can actually, there are beggars in America? And not just that, but man, these people have revolutionized begging. It's like, man, you can actually beg online, I was like, wow. And I was even more shocked when I'm on GoFundMe, they're looking around, and I'm seeing, man, families of somebody who worked as an IT, making what? Good money. Yeah? Yes. I was shocked to find families of somebody who worked as an RN nurse, or somebody who, who worked for 40 years, for 20 years. The person dies, yeah, and the loved ones are left to go on GoFundMe to beg for $5,000. Why is that the case? Why should you work hard for all your life, yeah, only for your loved ones to go on GoFundMe and beg for $5,000 to bury you? Where you are putting your money is very important, because that will determine whether that money stays with you or whether it goes towards paying your mortgage and all your debt. Yeah, a lot of these people on GoFundMe, they're not silly, no. They're not dumb, they're not stupid, no. The mistake they made was where they put their money. Do you know that depending on where you put your money, in fact, most of the accounts where we, the middle class, put our money in, yeah, they get frozen when you pass. You die, they get frozen. So it's important. Understand probate. Yeah, and understand how to avoid probate. Also, understand the 15 benefits of the what? Fixed index annuity. The person who invited you can go through this with you. If he or she cannot, yes, they'll guide you towards somebody who will help you with all of this. So, another concept here, let's look at this. Number one cause of poverty in this country. From a show of hands, how many of us here have a job where we have to clock in and clock out? Okay, no shame in it. You know, most of us, 95% of the population, clocks in and clocks out. Yeah, we depend on a paycheck. Now, God forbid you got sick and you couldn't go to work and clock in. How would money come in? The average person in our community needs to go to work in order to survive, correct? Yes. Yeah, you've got to clock in. If you don't clock in, you're in trouble. Now, let's look at this. Just a few statistics. This is actually a little outdated, but the number of strokes in 2021 was more than 795. That's 1,000. Heart attacks was more than 805,000, and cancer, more than 1.7 million. Yep, obviously the numbers are way higher than this. Here's the thing, we're not here to talk about death or dying or illness. They will happen whether we talk about them or not. The big question is this: if illness is so prevalent like this, we're seeing a lot of young people getting heart attacks and all this stuff. Yeah? If illness is so prevalent like this, you know, what is your plan B? God forbid you get sick and you cannot work. Yeah, you can't go to that job to clock in for the next 6 months. God forbid you cannot go to your job for the next 1 year, for the next 5 years. What is your plan B? What is the plan B? What account do you have which would replace your income if you fell sick and you couldn't work? Guess what? The elite understand this, and the elite have taken what? Precautionary measures. Yeah? They understand this and they've taken precautionary measures. Let's look at this here. We're talking about income protection. We just mentioned that, you know, all of us or most of us have to clock in to survive. Yeah? God forbid you get sick, you can't work. A young lady over here in the yellow jacket there, she's okay. She's all right. She'll be able to go back to work within the next 2 months or so, if she's not at work. Her life, by the way, her life is not, you know, it's not very heavily interrupted. No, it's just a minor inconvenience. She can still go on dates. She can still go do whatever. Income protection. This is what we're talking about. A gentleman to your left there. We have no clue what happened to him. However, can he clock in? Is he able to go to work and clock in? Not at all. In fact, in the next 3 months to 6 months, is he going to be back at work? It would be a miracle if he's back at work. Yeah, and I know we've got a lot of medical personnel in here, and you'll agree. In the next 3 to 6 months, it would be a miracle if he's back to work. In the meantime, do the bills care whether he's sidelined? Do the bills care whether he's in bed? No. The bills keep piling on. The mortgage still has to be paid. Whether you are in the hospital, whether whether you couldn't make it to work that day or not, the bills keep piling on. Yeah? Income protection. Imagine if you had an account that would protect you against an illness like what? You have a heart attack or stroke or cancer, yeah? Or any of these here that you're looking at on the screen there. Imagine you've got an account that would give you money if any one of these sad things befell on you. What do we see in our community? Somebody is diagnosed with cancer, the very first thing they do is what? They call the church pastor. Yeah? Not even for prayers, no. Why? Because they need contribution from the congregation. Yeah? If you're Zambian like myself, the next thing you do, you reach out to your Zambian community in Minnesota or in Dallas for what? For contributions. And then you establish what? A GoFundMe. Dear friends, GoFundMe should not be your emergency fund. GoFundMe should not be your retirement. If you got sick, you had a critical illness, guess what? There's an account known as what? Life insurance with living benefits that would give you money. That would give you money while you are still alive. And the elite, yeah, the wealthy, those who understand how money works, know about this. In the meantime, we, the middle class, when we hear life insurance, what do? We run away. Yeah. We run away. Why? Because we have been brainwashed to believe that life insurance is all about dying. So So understand the benefits of this life insurance with living benefits. It's an index account with so many benefits. The person who invited you, can go through all the benefits with you and give you a more detailed presentation. Now, these are some of the companies that we are partners with, and you'll get to hear from them today. Yeah, I'm sure most of you know at least one of these here. Amazing, amazing companies like Pac Life, like Transamerica, yeah, like Nationwide is on your side. Yeah, we all know it. We all know, we are partners with what? The best of the best, and you'll get to hear from them today. What do? We offer families, we offer our community the power of choice. We offer families in the community the power of choice. Here's what the wealthy don't tell you about life insurance. While we have been brainwashed to believe that life insurance is all about dying, guess what? Those who understand the system, those who know how money works, they don't just use life insurance to bury their loved ones. Not just to bury their loved ones, but they use it to do what? They use it to create tax-free wealth. Yep, tax-free wealth. Our community has no idea about this. Why? Most of us, when we hear life insurance, all we think about is dying. That's why there is a big need. There's a need for financial education in our community. Our slogan is no family left behind. And truly, we don't want any family left behind. Now, reasons why this life insurance and living benefits may not be for you: your health status may disqualify you. Yep, your health status may disqualify you. Speeding tickets, only driving violations, may disqualify you. Your criminal record, your residency status. Now, once upon a time, these accounts were only for people who were citizens or those with green cards. However, now there are companies who will work with you if all you have is just a work permit. So get together with the person who invited you. Get your questions answered. The worst thing you can do today is to leave this place without what? Getting your questions answered. The person who invited you can answer your questions. If they cannot, they will guide you to somebody who can. So dear friends, our slogan again is no family left behind. And truly, we don't want any family left behind. So thank you for listening attentively, and let's help our communities. Thank you.